Hello, and welcome to Bigby Plays. Hang on. Welcome to Bigby Plays Actual Sunlight. I know nothing of this game. Oh wow, they have it in Portuguese, Italian, Spanish, French, English. Wow, that's actually unique in an RPG Maker game. Please know, Actual Sunlight deals with extremely mature themes, including depression and thoughts of suicide. Player discretion is strongly advised, and this game is not appropriate for players under the age of 18. Do you want to continue? Yes, please. Why kill yourself today, when you could masturbate tomorrow? Evan Winter. I know what you're thinking. Why keep getting up, day in and day out, even though your life is going nowhere? No raises, no promotions, no hope, no future. And let's face it, no love. But don't feel bad for yourself. Feel bad for exploited immigrants who have their fingers shattered while stocking shelves on the graveyard shift at monolithic retailers. Feel bad for soldiers of pointless wars who have their arms blown off by IEDs. Feel bad for arthritic, long-haul truck drivers who need every firm grasp they have left for the dark roads and bottom-crashing races ahead. No matter how bad things get, none of those people can live the life that you can. A pathetic, dick-punching resignation. Come on, man, get out of bed. Stop hitting snooze. You are lucky. You have food. You have water. And you have shelter. Shelter that specifically includes at least one room with a locking door. An internet connection. A computer you don't share with your elderly parents. No king leaves you too exhausted from one type of hammering to indulge in another. No bishop lives to tell you not to bash yours. There has never been a better time in history of mankind to be completely, cripplingly, devastatingly alone. And yet here you are, thinking about giving up on the good times, not realizing that you still have so much to live for. I gotta turn on this music for myself. Hold on. It's really overpowering me right now. For there's still so much to jerk off to. Please tell me this isn't a story about masturbation. Well, I'm late. After all, the world is alive. Alive with people as fat, shallow, and broken as you are. Alive with beautiful women that have been lied to all their lives. Who get on buses bound for your pornography. Alive with the seething sadness of all our breaking dreams. And I hope that you read these words and realize that there is still so much inside of you, just waiting to come out. I hope you promise yourself to live to see the day that you truly fall in love at first sight. Lock your eyes onto a look you've waited a lifetime to see. Hit the pause button, take a deep breath, and know what it would be like to be wanted. Even if it isn't for the right reasons. By anybody. If only for a moment. Man, this is really deep. Don't get back in that bed. Patient transcript. Evan Winter. Why did you set your alarm clock for 5 a.m. every morning, even though you would never get up for it? Why hit snooze for 2 hours? I wanted to start exercising. And look at me. I had to. Then why didn't you? I don't know. Guess the night before. You feel like tomorrow will be different. Every night you think tomorrow is the day you're going to do it. Start exercising. Start everything. Use the arrow keys and move Z to interact, X to save and quit. I am using a computer. E-reader. Assembly instructions. Sawdust dresser by Evan Winter. Going to open the box. Failed to do so. And rip corrugated cardboard. And you son of a fucking bitch. Oh my god, this fucking game has already done something to piss me off. I work in a corrugated cardboard factory, and everybody just calls it fucking cardboard. Why would a game designer call it corrugated cardboard? I hate my job, but now I hate this game more for that fucking thing. Attempt to open the box, fail to do so, and rip corrugated cardboard into pieces until dresser parts are exposed. Consider instance of two-person assembly to be personal indictment of character and discrimination towards sad loners. Mutter homophobic indignities upon uppity Scandinavians and their perfect little shoebox existences. Figure out that the assembly of the dresser will require actual tools, and not just syringe-thin Allen keys. Run downstairs to the convenience store that thrives on overpaid sundries for emasculate condominium man-children. Buy knockoff Chinese screwdrivers for 3 times normal retail price. Assemble dresser. Periodically stop to drink alone and stretch out re-aggravated lower back injuries. Screw up assembly at the very end such that the dresser looks completely fine, but drawers are fixed in place and do not actually open. Turn structure around completely. Exposing open rear side of dresser and remove top drawer entirely. Running entirely dresser as giant open hole. Realize that nobody will probably ever see how fucked up this is. That it wouldn't be a criteria of any girl actually willing to come over to here in the first place. That you're probably just going to leave all of your clothes hanging on the furniture or stuck in the dryer anyways. Live with it. Dude. Really? Alright, I'm having a little bit of a problem that I can walk on this part and this part. I mean, you can just put star on the, you can just put the star icon when you're doing tile sets on the dresser to make it to be able to walk behind it. And you can put X's on the cabinets themselves, and that'll solve that problem. But no, whatever. I know too much about this. I know too much about RPG Maker. I don't know much about coding, but I know a lot about the basic RPG Maker stuff. E-reader, definitely obsolete by now. Jesus fuck, dude. How much talking is there? Creative Writing 497Y, University of Toronto. Instructor Evan Winter. First day lecture notes. First thing you should know about being a writer is that it will turn you into a person who will find every excuse not to write. In fact, like many things in life, the more you want it to happen, the stupider about it you will get. A lot of people will never relate to this. A lot of people don't know what it's like to badly want something that very few people will ever get to have. I'm not talking about money or fame. Obviously, everybody wants that. I'm talking about the deeply felt desire to say something that is painful in a way that is both beautiful and true. But without discipline, this desire will let you into a crazy, miserable shithead. I'll give you an example. I remember when I decided that enough was enough, and that I was finally going to get serious about becoming an author. I went straight to the nearest bookstore to buy every book about writing that I could get my hands on. I was prepared to do anything, absolutely anything, except actually sit down and write. Excuse me. There were so many books that I felt I had to read before I could attempt to write anything that I bought a $300 e-reader instead of trying to carry them all home. Of course, I also planned to actually read all the books that I had supposedly read in school. The e-reader sat on my nightstand and collected dust for years. Damn, dude. Hey, laptop. Review. A. Wake. Something Awful Forums by Red Winter 47. Is this a review for Alan Wake? Hold on. I did read this. I'm posting this review because I think the community that has built up around this game is nothing but a moronic circle jerk. People have taken the fact that this is some false sliver of artistic credibility and blown it out of ridiculousness as a way of feeling better about something that we all know is true about video games. They are all shitty. An aesthetic way we have spent our shitty and anesthetized lives. It is not great. Oh, I'm sorry. The game has 10 different endings that require over 100 hours of average playtime to see as just a way of making you feel like you could be special, which is exactly what you never have. It's not romantic that the game deals with broad themes of loneliness and despair. You are actually alone. You are actually in despair. You know there's nothing romantic about it. None of it includes a longing gaze into the moonlight. It's just a pizza pops of perversion until you have a stroke and your parents spend their retirement looking after you. Finally, it is not filled with rich, textured characters whose relationships and dialogues will pull you at your heartstrings. It is hours of endless drivel that offers completely childish conceptions of intimacy, togetherness for the sole and pandering purpose of tricking you into a fake warmth of delusionally believing that you relate to something that you only wish you did. You believe these things because you are nothing. You've never read a book that didn't have a dragon or a laser gun on the cover. You live in a filthy dark room with a laptop and a soda-stained mousepad, and you play Awake. Not because it is about human beings, but because you desperately wish you were a human being in the first place. But you are not. You're not a hero. You're the monster. User was banned for this post. Reason? DLDR. I don't know. I've never been to that website, so I don't know what that reasoning would mean. Faggot. TLDR. Faggot. So tired. So tired. No, we're going out. We're going out. I don't care. You're not getting in that fucking bed. Tablet? Really? My tablet. I keep it plugged in over here. Transcript. Late night show. Guest Evan Winter. Host. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking to author and comedian Evan Winter about his breakout success. Now we don't have too many writers on the show, but what do you think has become a bit different about your life since all of this happened? I used to sleep with a tablet. What exactly do you mean by sleep with? As in, you would hold it close? Well, it wasn't that intimate, but spreading out with it was definitely the only reason I could actually need a queen-size bed. Right. So, now, you would presumably sleep with women? Yes, women. Definitely women. I mean, not every night, but a normal amount, a regular amount. Exactly, I'm a normal person now. I'm good with that. You know, you sound like you're already married. I would love to get married. Marriage works. People always seem to think I won't be up for it. But I totally am. Maybe it was all that sleeping with the tablet. I hope this isn't based on someone's true stories. I hope this isn't based on someone's true, battle with depression. Because trust me, I've recently battled depression, and quite honestly, it sucks. You know. But you can't do this to yourself. From Junior Assistant Executive Administrator, CEO Office, to Director Corporate Communications. Subject, no subject. Would you like to look at the transcript below and develop new messaging and transitional compensation interviews by COB? Program is excellent. So this problem is obviously in how your shop is telling HR to pitch it. Begin transcript. HR VP, thanks for coming in this morning, Evan. CNDDT door closing, sure. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. Time and time again, I've said that one thing we need in this company, besides our top executive talent, are young people. Young people who don't just go back to bed instead of waking up. Young people who don't just walk around in a trance as if they have no future. Young people who won't let their peers down even when they're asked to do more with less. Sounds like it would be a shame to lose young people like that. Couldn't agree more. So I really hope you'll consider staying on with us, even though your compensation package will be transitioning from a direct model to an experiential? To an experiential one? Is that the word? I've never actually seen that word spelled. I think that's experiential. Oh, what? A new perspective. A new opportunity to really show us what you're made of. I just want to be completely clear on this. You're talking about no money, right? Well, the philosophy that we're embracing is something that we call life stage based compensation. We want to hone in on exactly what the needs are for each of our employee groups based on their current life phase. So, for an employee of your age and demographic profile, we know that all you're really looking for is mentorship, energy drinks, and a very, very high quantity of work that will really give you an exposure to the professional environment that you're looking for. I'm 28 years old. I'm not sure what demographic profile you're thinking I fit into. There are a lot of factors there. There are a lot of people here who have families to support, and yes, you'll no doubt recall from our mission and vision statements, this is a family company. I watched 3 people who I know have young children leave here with boxes this morning. That's exactly why they were simply released. It would have been irresponsible for us to offer them a transitional opportunity. We care enough to get them out of here and back into the search for a paying position as quickly as possible. They have people who need them. Do you? No. It was years ago. Gotta get up. Screwed my back up a long time ago. Now I have the fancy chair. I was probably screwing it up even more. Sort of use this as a de facto garbage bin for anything I won't actually rot. Full of plastic bags at the moment. Never used this. I'll take a shower first. No man, you go pee. This place may be disorganized, but there are some things that you gotta keep clean. What is your earliest memory of disliking yourself? I was 15 or 16. I shaved for the first time. Immediately my skin was vicious reaction to it. Dirt everywhere. My jawline was completely covered with huge bumps and rashes. I didn't come out of my room for hours. Looking in mirrors for being in pictures to this day. I'm sure it wasn't just poor technique. I'll always ask that. It used to look like they're thinking it, but no. I tried everything. It's like piano wire stabbing your face out from the inside. It survives beyond every 4-figure shotgun solution in existence. What happened after you came out? Nothing, really. But I knew what it meant. This was high school. You saw all those kids with horrifically scarring acne. And it isn't like this looked any better. From then on, I knew I was going to be one of those guys that girls would look away from for the rest of my life. It would be a very painful thing to believe. I guess it was the first time that I realized that you could just get dealt a shitty hand. There could be something wrong with you. And that no matter what, you'd never be able to do anything about it. In a way, I think you were lucky to get as far as you did without learning that. Think of all the reasons in the world you could have learned that sooner. And that could never have been much worse. I don't really know what to say about that. You only live life as yourself. Yeah. Let's take a shower. Oh, jeez. Do you ever have suicidal thoughts? But, right now? Are you implying that there are situations where you ordinarily would? I don't know. A decision like that seems like more responsibility than I could ever even take for myself. Sometimes I'll stand in the shower for a long time. Slowly turning up the temperature of the water until it hurts. Like 1/8 of an inch? Everybody knows turning those things not that far and it's fucking scalding hot. Eventually my body seems to adjust to the pain. I'll turn it up again and again until it hurts so much I can't go any further. You think about killing yourself this way? Like burning yourself? I'm not saying that I think that this is what suicide is. I just think it's what suicide is like. So you think about suicide more than you have any specific plans to commit suicide yourself. Is this correct? I guess. How often do you think about these things? A lot. How long have you been thinking this way? A long time. I was thinking about why you want to do this make you feel frustrated, tired, hopeless, reminiscent. Go to the roof of the building and jump off. Got a lot of things to do today. Better eat something before something and get to the office. An epilogue to the weight loss book I will one day write by Evan Winter. If I wrote this book, I'd reached a point where all I ever thought was about was food. My life went from joking that nothing but pizza would give me relief to a life in which it was actually true. You know, it's like to wake up in the morning knowing that eating something terrible is the only happy thing that is going to happen to you all day. You kill yourself at some horrific job and you're lucky to have, and when it's all over, all you want to do is forget about it. People say you could stop, but you're so huge by now that you realize you would have to stop for years and years on end, and that even then you still might not be good enough for anything or anyone. And by the time you do it, you can even say if anyone will be left. Still, you make a few attempts over the years because part of you still thinks that you would be a completely normal person if you're waiting to disqualify you from being one in first place. Sometimes it even goes well. But in the end, you're still miles behind. And that one shitty, feel-good thing you've always had starts calling you. It's calling you when you realize that she isn't interested. It's calling you when you're out with people who don't have to live this way to just be normal. It's calling you when you go out to eat with your parents and you realize what a disappointment you are to them, what a waste of all the energy you were all the time. It's calling you. Why did I turn off vibrate? Oh, hello? Everything's great, Mom. Yeah, of course, I'll have dinner with you guys this weekend. We can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter to me. I gotta go to work, Mom. I don't know what's on with either of them. I don't know what's going on with either of them. No, I know. I know. Okay. Bye. Dude, tell your mom you love her. Don't go to the roof. I know it's a nitpick, but always at least tell your mom you love her when you're talking to her on the phone, man. Especially if you have a relationship where you guys are still talking. I thought I had something to eat here, but I guess not. I guess something on the way. I'm gonna end this video right here for right now. It's getting a little deep. It's really good, but there's a lot of talking. So, see you all next time. Bye.